since 1984, we incorporated as a business association. It's a trade association because we represent all cooperatives, all cooperative sectors. As you can see there, we are the oldest and largest U.S. trade association for cooperatives. And these are some of our members. They are from individuals, primary cooperative, to unions and federations. For over 100 years, our mission has been the same: to develop, advance, and protect the cooperative business model. And we have done this and continue to do so by doing advocacy work, thought leadership, education and training, and cooperative and community development programs in the U.S. and abroad. At our staff in our headquarters here in Washington, D.C., we have around 70 people, and around the globe we have another 800 as part of our international operations. In terms of funding, our funding partners are mainly the U.S. government, some foreign governments, foundations, and international organizations, as well as our members. Our domestic projects, basically we have several, and most are like small projects, and they're funded by these 4 funds that you can see here. Our biggest project right now is the Home Care Cooperative Initiative, helping start up and expand home care cooperatives in the U.S. We also have the Cooperative Leaders and Scholars Institute and the Cooperative Business Journal. We also organize the Impact Conference for the 3rd time every year, and we have been doing for the last year these cooperative policy roundtables to gather policy suggestions from our members and have a policy strategy for the future. So in regard to our international cooperative development work, we have been doing this for the last 65 years. We count the creation of the Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative in 1953 as the beginning of our international cooperative development. But since 1944, we also helped create CARE, which supported cooperatives in Europe after the war. So we have done international cooperative development in more than 88 countries throughout our history. Right now we are working in the ones that are in dark there in the map, as you can see. And currently we have 24 projects. You can, if you click in on the hyperlink later, you can see all the projects. We are working in 21 countries, and we have a multi-year portfolio of more than $200 million. I have to say that not in all these projects we are doing straight cooperative development, but we do use the cooperative principles and model as much as we can in our projects, and that's the overall goal. So our impact in 2018 was that we reached more than 800,000 people, more than 3,000 organizations, and more than 16,000 cooperative members. We are organized in 3 practice areas, which evidence our expertise. We do building with one of our areas is building resilient communities. In this area, we help organize communities and allow them or help them have access to the basic assets they need for development, as well as skills, literacy skills, some basic health services, climate, resource management, and natural resource management, that kind of work. And then when cooperatives have these basic conditions, we help promote economic opportunities through helping start it could be free co-ops or like farmer organizations, other self-help groups, other kinds of organizations that could allow them to start businesses, and also help some business achieve greater scale. And then in our strengthening cooperatives and producer groups practice areas, which is cooperative development, we help start cooperatives, and we help strengthen mostly like the cooperatives that already exist. And our main cooperative development projects are through the USA Co-op Development Program since 1997 to the present. We have had 5 iterations of this program. I'm going to talk about the one we're doing right now later. We have also helped start cooperatives and supported cooperative for more than 40 years in Indonesia and East Timor, mostly coffee, spice and livestock co-ops. In Africa, in mostly all Africa, we have worked with agricultural cooperative and producer organizations. And in Central America, more recently in the Caribbean, we have worked with coffee, cacao, and livestock cooperative, mostly, not just, but mostly. More recently, we have also helped start youth-led co-ops or groups in Uganda through the JETA program, the project. And we have also promoted the creation of organizations that we could call pre-co-ops, as I mentioned, like self-help groups, farmer organizations, associations, etc. We also support existing cooperatives through by facilitating co-op to co-op trade and other more specific technical assistance through the farmer to farmer program. There you can see some of our funding partners. And in particular, the Cooperative Development Program, at this time, we have the Creating an Enabling Environment for Cooperative Expansion project. And this started in 2018 and it's gonna finish in 2023. The 3 main activities are to improve the legal and regulatory framework for cooperatives in these 5 countries where we are working: Guatemala, Peru, Kenya, Tanzania, and Madagascar. And also we work on developing the capacities of local cooperative support organizations so that there could be sustainability in these projects. And this is something we have done in most of our projects. Also, and finally, as part of this project, we provide targeted technical assistance coaching plans to cooperatives focusing on member equity. The importance of international cooperative development for NCBA CLUSA is the highest. That development is our soul. And the 3 main SDGs are no poverty, decent work, and responsible consumption and production. We also highlighted these other 3 SDGs because we do a lot of work in regard to hunger, like nutrition, gender equality, and partnership for the goals. We partner with other private partnerships. So in regard to our work and our main lessons learned, we would like to share our CLUSA approach, which is a flexible and adaptive growing set of methodologies that has proven to be effective in mobilizing rural communities to work collectively to solve problems and improve standards of living. This is what has guided our work since it was defined or conceptualized in the 80s, and is based on our core values, which are materialized in guiding principles, and then a set of methodologies that is flexible and growing. And these methodologies, I cannot spend time now talking about them, but we can talk about them later. But the important thing is that they have to be adapted for each client, each project, depending on the interests and characteristics of them. And this approach is characterized by local decision making. That means that the people who are going to benefit from from these projects need to have a say from the beginning in the design of our projects. And what we do, we don't fund resources as much as training and knowledge and skills through training, which we always try that is intensive and experiential, and that is linked to business operations, so that they see that the skills and knowledge they're gaining is going to help bring their business or start their business and bring their business to a higher level. So that's why we focus on profitability and the importance of having a sound business, and so that they can be sustainable. They don't have to depend on foreign aid after the project ends. We have also incorporated to our approach the importance of advocacy to influence the policy and legal environment of the countries where we work. So our collaboration with other ICDP and ICA members, we collaborate with many of you. We are in the board of the Coop Americas. We are permanent guests of the Cooperative of Americas Development Platform, which is like the regional ICDP, and we are representing this platform in ICDP. We are also members of U.S. Overseas Cooperative Development Council, and there we collaborate with global communities, local health partners, CRI, GENEX, and RECA, and other organizations. We are also a member of the Agribusiness Market Ecosystem Alliance, AMEA, and there we work with other U.S. and European cooperative development organizations, such as ICDC BOCA. So we also collaborate with other non-US based cooperative development organizations, such as WeEffect, DGRV, and IFCO, the cooperative I mentioned. We helped start it. Expectations from ICDP is that to coordinate more closely with other ICA regions and cooperative development platforms, to intensify efforts in building greater direct collaboration among CDOs, improving the cooperative enabling environment, so identify new approaches, and maybe help develop an index like we have for easiness of doing business in countries. Maybe we could consider doing some kind of index for cooperative enabling environment per country to help bring attention to the importance of this for cooperative development. And also we would like to work on identifying, evaluating, and disseminating new ideas and practices in co-op development. That's it, and I think I'm almost on time. Thank you for your attention. Here you can have our contacts if you don't have them already.